The Crypt Keeper's Grim Fairy Tale. I call this nauseating nursery novelette a tax of horror. Once upon a time, long, long ago, there was a tiny seaside kingdom governed by a fat king who was mad about money. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. King Money Mad! King Money Mad! Can't you see I'm counting my money, Royal Advisor? I told you never to interrupt me when I'm counting my money. Now I'll have to begin all over again. 1,000, 2,000... But, King Money Mad, I've got it! I've got it! A way for you to get more money! 3,000, 4,000... What? You've thought of a way for me to get more money, Royal Advisor? How? Taxes, King Money Mad. Taxes, Royal Advisor. What are taxes? You charge people a certain amount of money per year for something. That's called a tax. Well, what do you tax people for, Royal Advisor? Anything. You just think of a thing and tax them for it. That's all there is to it, Royal Advisor? Just think of something and tax them for it, All right. Issue a decree, Royal Advisor. A tax decree, King Money Mad? A tax decree, yes, to all the titled people in my kingdom. Counts, dukes, lords, earls, etc. For using their titles, I tax them 69,000 pieces of gold a year. Sort of a surtax, King Money Mad? Good. I will issue the decree immediately. And so Fat King Money Mad learned about taxes. His surtax was a complete success. Money poured into the royal treasury from angry title holders all over the kingdom. 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000... King Money Mad! King Money Mad! Royal Advisor, how many times have I told you not to interrupt me when I'm counting my money? Now where was I? King Money Mad, all title holders have paid their surtax. There won't be any more money coming in. Think of something. Take a decree, Royal Advisor. To all owners of boats, a tax of 3 pieces of gold per square yard of canvas is hereby levied. Sales tax, King? Good. I'll issue the decree immediately. And so the sales tax was levied. Irate fishermen protested, but to no avail. But I have 60 square yards of sails. My family will starve. 180 pieces of gold, or else. And money poured into the royal treasury. 12,000, 13,000, 14,000... King Money Mad! King Money Mad! Royal Advisor, how many times have I told you... Oh, what's the use? What is it now? It's the sales tax, King Money Mad. All sales have been taxed. No more money will be coming in. Now what? Are those gypsies still wandering around the kingdom, Royal Advisor? The ones that tell fortunes? Yes, King Money Mad. Take a decree, Royal Advisor. Because there are too many fortune tellers in the kingdom, each one is taxed 100 pieces of gold.
Excess profits tax, eh, King? Good. I'll issue the decree.
And so the excess profits tax was levied. Angry gypsy fortune tellers protested, but to no avail.
But I was just on my way out of the kingdom.
100 pieces of gold, or you'll be staying here a long, long time. In a dungeon. King Moneymad's madness for money grew and grew as more and more poured into his treasury. The more he got, the more he wanted. Take a decree, royal advisor. Anyone who owns a fishing rod is taxed 90 pieces of gold.
Poll tax, eh, King?
Now, King Moneymad's kingdom was a fishing kingdom. Since it was located by the sea, many people had fishing rods. So when the poll tax was levied, King Moneymad has gone far enough.
90 pieces of gold for a fishing pole.
He's taxing us into poverty. But the people of the kingdom who owned fishing rods paid their poll tax anyway. 35,000, 36,000, 37,000.
King Moneymad! King Moneymad!
Now what?
The poll tax has been completely collected. Got any ideas?
Take a decree to all those who have rugs in their homes.
Carpet tax, eh?
The people of King Moneymad's kingdom were furious.
30 pieces of gold because I have that straw mat on my floor.
A carpet is a carpet. Pay up or else. Practically everyone had at least a mat on their floor. Those who couldn't pay were dragged off to prison.
Daddy, Daddy. No, no. Don't take my husband away.
You'll have to pay the carpet tax, lady. When it's paid, he'll be released. The money continued to pour into King Moneymad's treasury. 68,000, 69,000.
King Moneymad!
All right, royal advisor, what's the sad news?
The carpet tax, it's all paid up.
Then take this decree, royal advisor. A tax of 20 pieces of gold each is hereby levied on every thumb in the land.
Thumb tax.
This tax, the thumb tax, was the last straw. The people had been taxed until they could pay no more.
They have no more money, King Moneymad. They cannot pay the thumb tax.
If they can't pay the thumb tax, then they can't have their thumbs. Take a decree. What does it say?
It says that the thumb tax must be paid or the thumbs will be removed.
Those who could not pay were lined up outside the palace. The line was very long. King Moneymad sat in the palace courtyard next to the Axeman. All right, bring them in, one at a time.
The king says bring them in, one at a time.
The first man was dragged to the chopping block. For not paying your thumb tax, you must lose your thumbs.
No, mercy, mercy.
The Axeman's axe fell. The man screamed.
Ah!
Outside the castle, the people online stared at each other in disbelief. He's really going through with it.
He's mad.
The line began to move. The axeman's axe rose and fell, again and again.
First he taxed the nobility. Surtax he called it. Then the sales tax. Then the excess profits tax. Then the sin tax. The poll tax. The carpet tax. And now this. Thumb tax. Somebody ought to tax him.
The line continued to move. The axeman's axe rose and fell. Screams echoed in the courtyard. Outside, the line began to babble, then shout. Suddenly,
Let's get him.
"We've been taxed enough!"
Let's tax him.
The crowd stormed into the courtyard, seizing the king. Somebody grabbed the axeman's axe. "Stop this! Stop this! I am your king!"
And your people have decided to tax you, your majesty.
The crowd moved in. The axe was raised. The king screamed. The crowd cheered. The axe fell. Somebody bent and picked it up for all to see. A bag-like, yellowish, blood-stained form.
Corporation tax.
And that's my grim fairy tale for this issue, kiddies. The people suffered King Moneymad's taxation until they couldn't stomach it any longer. And then they took King Moneymad's stomach, that is. Grim, that's the idea. Now, if you'll shift your eyes right to the old witch, she'll wind up my mag with a serving from her cauldron. Get the bicarb ready. Bye